Hi, it's so great to see everybody. Thank you for joining us. Today, I wanted to go over the 4 pillars website and funnel rebuild. We're going to divide up this training into 5 steps. The first one is the discovery and planning pillar. The second will be web design and development. The third one is going to be about updating your website and maintenance. The fourth one is going to be about ongoing promotion and planning. And we're going to do this over the next 2 weeks, including a third week on the Wednesday, where we will do all of what we've talked about in the previous weeks, but dive a little deeper and also be open to question and answer period. So I'm really excited that you could come and find out more about how you can have a successful website by following these steps. Now, the first one that we're talking about is discovery and planning. Now, the interesting thing about this step is that it often gets overlooked. And people jump right into their website build by trying to pick out colors, pick out templates, trying to figure out how to install WordPress or set up a build-it-yourself website, do-it-yourself website. Whatever the action is, most times it's doing it without a plan. And for those who understand that when one does not plan, one does not succeed. So I'm here to try and bring you back to ensuring that you're building the foundation for your website in a way that will last you for many years. And then it's a matter of tweaking on the go as your business grows. So that's what we're going to take a look at. In these next few weeks. We're going to start with, in this pillar, talk about website, funnel design, development, update and maintenance and security, brainstorming, the wish list importance of administration, determine the why of why you're having this website, what is its purpose, and who are your competitors, and what is the market research, the industry telling you about your industry and how it is online. Is it a viable product or service to have online? And then we'll talk about the ongoing promotion and marketing of your website. So there's a huge amount of information that we're quickly going to go over, but I want to highlight some of the areas that I think is important, and then later on we can go in a lot more detail. So when I'm usually brainstorming or trying to figure out how I want to set some structure up, or sometimes people do this doodling in a notepad. I like using a mind mapping software, and it's called MindMeister. And I'm just going to bring it up here so you can have a look at it. And let me just type it in. And you'll be able to see how I set this up. Now, the MindMeister offers you 3 free online maps to create, and then they start charging you. So what I do is I tend to use them just for my brainstorming session, and then after that I will tend to erase them and then maybe start something else. So as soon as I log in here, I'm sorry, I should have logged in before. But let us just open it up. Oh, it's already asking me to pay. I gotta just say stay basic. And what's great about the software is that there are many softwares that we use online where you do have free trials, including our own STW website builder platform. So you get 14 days and it all depends, some be more days than others. So this one is my build out for the website design and discovery and planning. So just to give you an example, when I'm looking at the website and I'm looking at, oh, what kind of site features am I looking for? This will be probably something later on after I've looked at everything else, but just to show you, and I'll just move my picture here, just to show you how vast you can get deep down into your thinking. And this is just a wonderful way to see how to logically structure your website. But I jumped ahead because I always find the site features to be the most exciting. But you can start off with even administration. What do I need to know with respect to administration? So obviously you want to have the site contact details and perhaps an emergency contact in case anything were to happen to you. And so they would have access, and some additional URLs and plugins and things like that. We'll look into a little bit closer on another slide about the administration of what ways that I recommend setting it up. Also, you could be thinking about the branding as far as the typography that you may want to use, your color scheme, your tone of message, the vision, the mission. And again, all these play in the role of, who your audience is. So one of those should be considered, how to understand who your target audience is. And this I could work out probably under marketing, and I would figure out some tools to help me with understanding my mission, my vision, and who my target audience is. The other thing is budget. What do you need to know with respect to budget? And we're going to get into that in, again, another step, probably the second class will go into the budget. And then the site structure. This, again, once you're going into web design, we would look at this and you'll get an idea of what the navigation would be. You would lay out your navigation according to, the basic setup. And then depending upon what your services and products are, you may go even deeper and add more pages, individual pages for each one. So this is an excellent method for brainstorming or mind mapping. And so I recommend it highly. And like I said, you can use it for free for the basic plan. And but you are limited and you can only have so much. So let's go into the second or the next section, where is administration and organization. So I'm really, I guess I'm an organized person, maybe not. If you were to look at my file structure, maybe you may disagree with me, but I typically recommend to my clients that instead of having your files all over your main desktop screen, it's really good if you can set up a folder, which is your main website folder. And inside that folder, make sure you have, your domain registrar, username, password, when the renewal date is, again, the same thing with your host server. And these things are all to do with what you need to have your registration of your website and how the website is going to be seen online. So this information is critical, especially the renewal, because if for at any point when you miss paying your renewal process, you can easily lose your domain name, or the host server will close you down for not paying their bill. So just so you know, it's best to keep all that information tightly organized in a folder, which I would say called website. And the same with if you had any plugin purchases and their renewal dates. And it depends what kind of website setup you're going to have, whether you have to even worry about plugins, or is that part of your builder platform, such as the Simplifying the Web has, where you don't need to purchase these plugins. They're called widgets, and it's all part and parcel of the web platform that you will get. Now, the other folders that I also recommend that you have within the website folder, so these are extra folders. One I would have for backups, another for content, and again, you can divide it up even further into text, images, video, audio. Another folder for your analytical reports, and maybe a draft blog article folder. And I always have one for tech support, any communication that I have with the tech team. The next part of the discovery and planning phase is the who, what, when, where, and how. So these are critical questions that need to be investigated so that you truly understand what the intention of the website is for. There's the overall intention or the objective for the website. So for example, if you have a storefront and you want to sell items now, not only in a storefront, but online, then you need to have an online store. And so the overall intention is to sell stuff. If you have an organization where you want to promote donations, you would have donation link along with perhaps a lot of information about the organization, who the team leaders are, who the members are, and you may even have private areas, sections where people could log in and get information that's specific to members. So having an idea what the reasoning, the why behind the website really helps you to then know how the website will be structured, as well as how the language will be created for. A lot of times I found over the years that many people, when they put up a business website, they tend to write it for their bosses or the stakeholders of the company, and not for the end user, the people who are using the products or the people using the services. So if you don't get this right, you could do damage. Your website would just be useless. So it's critical that these things are explored. And again, you can use that mind map to figure all that out, or you can just ask a whole bunch of questions of your clients and find out what are the problems that they're seeking to find solutions for. And it's those problems is what you will be writing about within your website. So speaking of them, I talked about how important it is to determine the site audience, like who is the site for? And there could be, in some cases, multiple audiences, or could be same audiences, but at different buying stages. And so it's really important to get a feel for the majority of who the audience is, and then maybe break it down into, are they brand new buyers? Are they people who have never heard about you, so they need a whole awareness campaign? Or are they people who really know your product and are ready to buy, and they know everything about the product, except they're still looking at your customer support service, B, maybe the pricing, and etc. So each one of those audience members or units are looking for something specific, and what you're trying to do is provide that information on your website in a manner that they can feel good that you've answered the questions they're looking for. You're leading them down the buying path and making sure that you're supporting their questions, their concerns, and you're giving them information that is over and above the service that you want to offer. And all this can be done on a website. It's not just in person. This can be done in a website, and there are certain usability methods and strategies to help viewers really understand when they come to a website, who is the site for? What is it about? What do they want me to do as a viewer? And what action then should I take? So that's the kind of planning phase that you go through when you're trying to determine who your site audience is and how you want to communicate with them. And the next thing that's very important and should be reviewed are actually what I call the direct and indirect competitors. And the easiest way to do this is to take whatever it is that you provide. Let's say it's a hairstylist who is wanting to put their shop online. And so let's put, you know, hairstyles for women 30 to 50, and type that into Google and see what comes up in the search results page. Analyze those top 10, which is the first page of results. Remember that there's going to be some ads at the top, maybe some images in the middle, and then finally you get the search results. And you'll want to be able to, you know, judge the results as to whether they are similar to something that you want to offer. So if it's like a Wikipedia, maybe, you know, I put the wrong keyword and I asked about a bob, you know, and maybe they explain, you know, gave me a whole definition of what a bob is, and then maybe went into an encyclopedia format of, you know, reams of pages about what bobs are and what they do and what they look like and pictures and whatnot. That's not what I want. I want actually maybe the bob hairstyle, the demand for bob hairstyle or something. And even that is pushing it into more of a blog article as opposed to a service that you offer. So take the top 10 and keep the 3 results that best represent your site content. And then from there, you can take that result and then look for related keywords so that you can build up the content of that page so that the theme of that page, the topic relevance is high and geared to what the audience is looking for. So it's a process of trying to, you know, make sure you're choosing the right competitors. And when I mean competitors, I don't mean your next door neighbors, though they could be a competitor, but it's really you're competing whoever's online that are using those keyword phrases. And all this goes into search engine optimization, which is something that we'll look for or towards further down the line. But for now, what it does, it helps you to plan out and discover, again, who your direct and indirect competitors are. Now, an indirect competitor could be a storefront like Amazon or eBay or Etsy, have multiple products, and your product may be competing against them. And just like me, someone who sells websites and funnel building and the platform that we use, my indirect competitor would be somebody like GoDaddy and Wix and Weebly. They would be my, you could say direct, but I would say indirect, because there's no way me as a single solopreneur could directly compete with them. So I have to find another way to build my unique value proposition and to be able to know exactly how I compete with them, or if I don't compete with them, what is it that I offer that they don't? And I know it's personal service, because if you try to call any of them, well, first of all, good luck finding a phone number. So we're coming to the end now, and I just wanted to thank you for being here, and wanted to just put it out there that we're going to continue these step-by-step trainings and provide you with tools, any tips, and some time savers in helping you create your successful website and online presence. And we welcome you to join our next class, which will be this Thursday, and we'll get right into the steps of the building process. So thank you very much, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.